Yeah, big thank you to all that has subscribed to Flip TV, one of the best TV stations, online TV platforms in Nigeria. I'm Christian Chuku on this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstands. I have my wonderful intellectual reviewers with me here this morning, Mr. Matthew, Mr. Sunday, Mr. Lucky, and also Mr. Raphael. They are here this morning to do justice to the newspaper headlines this morning. Our focus this morning is on Sunday Igboho, fresh charges against Sunday Igboho by the Beninese court. Let's look at this headline this morning. I have the Nation newspaper, and I also do have the Daily Sun newspaper. Aside the masthead of the Daily Sun, Kanu's arrest, travails won't stop Biafra agitation. Kanu's arrest and travails won't stop Biafra agitation. That is from Asetu. We are offering consular service to Nnamdi Kanu, says British High Commissioner. We are offering consular service for Nnamdi Kanu, says British High Commissioner. Ex-Imo Governor Ohakim officially decamps to APC. Ex-Imo Governor Ohakim officially decamps to APC. More trouble. Main headline on the Daily Sun this morning. More trouble for Igboho. More trouble for Igboho in Benin. Benin Republic press fresh charges against pro-Yoruba Nation agitator. Benin Republic presses fresh charges against pro-Yoruba Nation agitator. Nigeria filed no charge against him, lawyer reveals. Nigeria filed no charge against him. From Afe Babalola this morning, Nigeria needs new constitution, adoption of parliamentary system before 2023. Nigeria needs new constitution, adoption of parliamentary system before 2023. What's your take on that? I'm going to talk to the viewers this morning on this. You can place your comment on the live chat. Nigeria needs a new constitution, adoption of parliamentary system before 2023. Let the chat keep on going. PenCon drags 120 firms to court over non-remittance of contributions. PenCom drags 120 firms to court over non-remittance of contributions. Secondus slams 50 billion naira suit against Afegwa. Secondus slams 50 billion naira suit against Afegwa. Anambra Guba, pressure mounts on ex-PDP aspirants Okonkwo to join new party. Anambra Guba, pressure mounts on ex-PDP aspirants Okonkwo to join new party. 2023 Abia Charter of Equity should be respected. Abriba Monarch says Abia Charter of Equity should be respected. Abriba Monarch says CBN blows hot, stops forex sales to bureau de change. CBN blows hot, stops forex sales to bureau de change. Accuses operators of money laundering. Accuses operators of money laundering. IMF retains 2.5% growth estimate for Nigeria. IMF retains 2.5% growth estimate for Nigeria. Federal government, Nikon insurance rotting. SACS reconstitutes board. Federal government sacks and reconstitutes board of the Nikon Insurance Company. Let's look at the Nation newspaper this morning. Why federal government is funding projects with loans? Why federal government is funding projects with loans? That is on page 6 of the Nation newspaper. I learned that the reasons why the federal government is funding projects with loans is because that they wouldn't want to tax Nigerians. Loan is the best. What is needed to fund projects in Nigeria. Work for the people, Sonlu tells council chiefs. Work for the people, Sonlu tells council chiefs. Abductors seek 150 million naira to free monarch orders. Abductors seek 150 naira to free monarch orders. DPO 6 gunmen die in Imo crossfire. DPO 6 gunmen die in Imo crossfire. PDP governors to defect, says presidency. More PDP governors to defect to APC, says presidency. Main headline on the Nation newspaper this morning. Igboho to Benin court. I fled Nigeria to avoid being killed. Igboho to Benin court. I fled Nigeria to avoid being killed. Agitator sent to prison. Lawyer, he is charged with illegal entry into Cotonou. He is charged with illegal entry into Cotonou. Federal government yet to file paper before court. No date yet for next hearing. Federal government yet to file paper before court. No date yet for next hearing. That means Sunday Igboho is still in detention. There's no date for his next hearing yet. CBN hammers BDCs for aiding graft money laundering. Only banks to sell forex. MPC retains RR, MPR, LR rates. That is it for it this morning as we move to our viewers this morning. Don't forget, more trouble for Tony Igboho as the court charges him for illegal entry into Benin Republic. Good morning, Mr. Matthew. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Okay. Why federal government is funding projects with loans? He said that they don't want to tax Nigerians. That loan is the best avenue to get funds.
What do they mean that they don't want to tax Nigerians? Nigerians are already facing multiple taxation. The 7.5% value-added tax. What does that imply? If you go to any production industry, all the product you buy, there's already value-added tax attached to it. So if you are buying bread, the man who bought raw material in terms of flour, there's already value-added tax of 7.5% on that flour. The butter the person bought, there's already value-added tax of 7.5%. All the raw material that the person needed to produce that bread have been taxed. And you, as the end user, the consumer, you have indirectly paid a tax of that equivalent. So what do they mean that they don't want to tax Nigerians? Look at this stamp duty. Do you know how much the federal government is realizing through stamp duty? The money that the bank deter from customers. You understand that at a point, some government agencies were fighting over who had the leverage to collect the tax of stamp duty. Postal service argue that they are the ones that should collect it. Nigerian, what's it called? Revenue generating body. Federal Inland Revenue Generating Agency.
FIRS.
Yes, argue that they are the one that have the legitimate right to collect the stamp duty. But at the last count, federal government is raking in billions of naira through stamp duty. So what do they mean that they don't want to tax Nigerians? Don't forget that before Obasanjo removed toll gates across board in Nigeria, he said the money that was being generated through toll gate, that he's going to build it into PMS. So what do they mean that they don't want to tax Nigerians? Nigeria is already facing multiple taxation.
So are you against the borrowing of the federal government?
The borrowing trend is already worrisome. It's not about whether I'm against it. It is, in some circumstance, there is need to borrow. But Nigeria, the way it is, the borrowing trend is already worrisome. To the point that if care is not taken, we'll get a situation where Nigeria will find it difficult to repay the loan. A situation where we are expending up to 1.something trillion naira to service loan annually. And what we are using to service loan is up to 50% of revenue generation by all the revenue generation agencies of federal government. That's what we are borrowing. So it is no longer healthy to continue borrowing. What they should do is they should look inward. What do they need to do to diversify the economy? That is the right way to go. I see it as a gimmick, as a ruse to deceive Nigerians that there is need to continue borrowing. A situation where the economy is already threatened by the incessant borrowing.
Okay, Nigeria needs a new constitution, adoption of parliamentary system before 2023. That is from Afe Babalola.
Actually, if we can have a brand new constitution, it would have salvaged all the problems that this country is facing. But unfortunately, the body language of the government and the people who are managing the affairs of the government is not showing any leeway towards having a brand new constitution. Ordinary electronic transmission of election results, National Assembly is not ready to allow us to have it. And we are talking of brand new constitution. There is no argument the constitution we are operating with is forced on Nigerians by the military. And it is not helping situation. So We are talking about 68 items on exclusive legislative list, and most of those items federal government is not able to shoulder it, and it's stampeding development. So in the real sense of it, we actually needed overhaul, a rejigging of the current status quo. But the problem is the government and the ruling class, because they are the greater beneficiary of the fraudulent nature of Nigerian constitution, they are not ready to allow any meaningful engagement that will usher in a brand new constitution. So the way it stands, what we are looking for is if they can give us some specifics like electronic transfer of election results. If we can achieve that, that will not usher in somebody who is actually popular, a popular candidate. And if we can get a popular candidate elected into the office of the president, that person will not listen to the people to give us people's oriented constitution. But we have a situation where we have a political class that already predetermined of who they want to win an election, who they want to rule Nigeria. By our standard, the electorates who have the right to exercise their franchise are supposed to be the arbiter of who becomes the president of Nigeria, who becomes a governor, who becomes a House of Rep member, and who becomes a senator, who becomes a local government chairman, and so on and so forth. But unfortunately, we have a situation where you will see some cabals, some political gladiators, some leaders. They will sit at the comfort of their houses, of their offices, and start arrogating power and deciding who becomes the governor, who becomes the local government chairman, who becomes the president, who becomes House of Rep member, who becomes senator, and so on and so forth. So it's unhealthy for Nigerian democracy, to be quite honest with you.
Okay, CBN hammers BDCs to do the change for aiding graft money, for aiding grafts and money laundering. Only banks now to sell forex.
As laudable as that decision of CBN, but I doubt if CBN can sustain that.
That means
action.
there will be no Bureau de change again.
No, what they say is that they want to liberalize the markets. They say that individuals can go to see any bank who, if they have it for forex, for dollar, they should go to commercial banks and apply for and request.
Was that not happening before?
No, what they normally do is they are registered Bureau de change operators who legitimately collect dollar from even CBN, and they have leverage to sell to the public for their needs. But according to CBN, they say on monthly basis that over 5,000 persons apply for license to operate as Bureau de change operator, and that they have discovered that people who launder money are using these Bureau de change operators to achieve it. But again, I have a fear. Looking at the section of the country that dominates that Bureau de change operation, and looking at the section of the country that dominates the current government, I have a fear that the CBN may not be able to sustain that ban, because the people who do this business, they are people who are connected to people in government. There are people who can influence things to happen in this country. There are people who can even influence the president to sanction even the CBN governor for this action. So I don't know what is giving the CBN governor and the CBN as an institution the tenacity, the zeal, the impetus to come up with this policy.
Okay,
for me, I don't think they can sustain it. I see pressure coming from the ruling class. I see pressure coming from the who in the society to make CBN back down on this policy.
Okay, one more question. More trouble for Sunday Igboho. He has been charged with illegal entry into Cotonou. What does that say for the prosecution?
I sense a conspiracy between Nigerian state and Benin Republic.
They say the federal government.
The reason I say it, I'm coming. If the federal government that made the request that necessitated the arrest of Sunday Igboho is no longer forthcoming in filing extradition proceeding, what does that tell you? And you can see even a new twist, filing application against him that has to do with immigration issues. So for me, I sense a collaboration between Nigerian state and Benin Republic. Don't forget that the letter that Nigerian government wrote to Benin Republic, that it was like a threat. It was like a threat trying to sanction them on issues that have to do with the economy. I know that Benin Republic economy largely depends on Nigerian economy for survival. So for me, I think Nigeria is trying to put overbearing influence on Benin Republic. And this is not unconnected with the federal government and Nigeria having realized that they will not be able to make a good case in going to Benin Republic court to argue the extradition. Because Sunday Igboho have told the courts, contrary to the position of the Nigerian government, that the reason they're after him is because he is against killer herdsmen who have been ravaging the southwest. If you have seen what the governor of Benue State said yesterday, I mean Autumn, he said that the federal government standing aloof, what it implies is that they want to achieve the agenda of 1804 of Osman Danfodio, jihadist agenda of 1804 of Osman Danfodio. So if a governor who should know better, who have the privilege of classified information, could be telling you this, it means Nigeria is in for a war. Don't forget that even Mr. President have alluded to the fact that Fulani herdsmen who with AK-47 and some other sophisticated weapons are Fulani herdsmen who come from other countries. He mentioned Mauritania, for instance. So if Mr. President could say that, what does that tell you? It tells you that the government is not sincere in fighting this insecurity. And if you look at the level of insecurity in almost every strata of the society, the Fulani herdsmen are the brain behind it. Take a look at what is happening, what happened in the southeast. What gave rise to ESN is the essence of the Fulani herdsmen. What gave rise to Sunday Igboho is the essence of the Fulani herdsmen. We all knew how Wakili and the Sadiq of Iganga, how they helped sway in that vicinity because Sunday Igboho rose to challenge their authority. Now, the same government that is accusing Sunday Igboho of turning himself into a law enforcement agent did not remember that Sadiq of Iganga and Wakili, who were severally accused of kidnapping, of several crimes, even land grabbing, that the federal government was not forthcoming in investigating and possibly prosecuting them. And the federal government never accused them of turning themselves into a security agency.
Okay.
So for me, looking at the new twist on Sunday Igboho's case, I have a feeling that Nigerian government is collaborating with Benin Republic government to see whether it's possible for them to even keep him in detention perpetually in Benin Republic. Thank you very much.
Lucky, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Lucky Yaguna. I don't know be Lagos. That's my slogan. Yes, we will not be Lagos. We are not be Nigeria. So that is it.
You were talking about Burundi change.
Yes.
Earlier.
Yes.
So, what will you say about the Central Bank of Nigeria stopping Burundi change from this policy?
Yes, I like the idea. I'm happy. You know, I'm happy. I need something that will hit the north people, so they can hate this president. Just the way the president think, we the South hate him. So I'm happy with that because some of these Abokins, they're not doing anything. How did they get this money to sell to people? You go there, you buy dollars for $5.50. You go to the bank, you buy for 500 or 400 something. So who is doing what? That is, I don't think this thing is going to last longer. I don't think the central bank can be able to hold it. But the people behind that business, they are big people in the north. So I don't think how, I believe before the president travel, there's an arrangement between the central bank and the president. But I don't think it's going to hold it longer. 2 months, 3 months. But it's good for the banks. People would rather go, instead of going to the blue to change, then you run to back. But the point is that it's not going to last. But otherwise they will frustrate the government. But I'm happy. What I'm happy is that some of these billions of dollars that are supposed to go to farmers, go to road, end up in all this poking on the street. I don't understand me. So they are doing nothing. That's our Niger debtors money. Instead of that, let the money go straight to the bank. They use it very well. According to CPM, they are going to inject billions to the farm and other roads and the economy. You see how in Anambra burial to one of the big boys there, how they were spreading bundle of dollars. And the CBN is watching. See government official, including the man who is fighting corruption, the DC, Abakari, was there, and they're spreading bunch of dollars. So if one man is giving one bundle of dollars to spray, what of other people that will have billions of dollars in Nigeria? So for him going straight for that CBN taking that decision, I'm happy, because the reason is that those Aboki who are most of 5,000 offices, they said want to use their license. If that money should go there, let those people go farm. Let the North. That's why I said I'm happy. I need something that the North will hate the president. We hate the president and fight him out of that place. Just the way they use Boko Haram fight Jonathan out of that office 2015.
Okay, why federal government is funding projects with loans? They said they don't want to tax Nigerians because if they stop borrowing, they cannot fund the projects we have in the country. So instead of not borrowing, they will rather tax Nigeria. They don't want to tax Nigeria. That's why they are borrowing. What is your take on that?
My brother, since Buhari enter, what our benefit from this government? Is this salary? Not is it low? Nothing. So what are they going to tax the people? When they are selling bag of gari, bag of beans, the common man cannot buy. Where do you think they'll get money? Because what I believe that this government is lazy. Former President Goodluck was not taxing people. They were working all around, making money to make sure. Yes, they had money. They were working, but this government refused to work, refused to do business. How many foreign business do you have in Nigeria? They all relocate to Ghana or Togo. I don't understand me. So where are they taxing? They're already taxing us. When you tax a man, push to the wall, you don't see anything, we pocket empty. When Nigeria has no money, nobody's happy.
So we have to borrow.
You see, when you borrow, you do the work. We see, let me tell you, Buhari is borrowed to go and fund another country. Niger, what concerns us, rain. Where we don't even have metro line in Lagos and even Abuja.
We have in Lagos.
Which one? That is a general line to train to Abuja. How many people have you ever entered that train one day as a media? Have you, as a journalist, have you visited that place to enter?
If I told you I visited it, what will you?
You say like you have not done that. If you done that, you tell us here. I have not entered the train. Many Lagosians too have not entered. The only thing is that before you buy ticket, they are pocky who don't have 2 legs. They already bought ticket. Feed that train, and the train will travel to here to Kano. Is that the place you are talking? I'm talking about metro line, just the city. Just say Lagos to Ibadan, to Abeokuta to Osun. Those are, easy rail line. So we don't have that. Why do you borrow money to go and start doing rail from Kano to DJ? And oh my goodness, we have a big problem. This government is not working. This government is not doing business. So taxing people, they are over tax us now. Are we working? We are not working, and the government too are not doing something that will bring food, water on table. So which money are they going to tax? Let them keep borrowing. Their father, their children will pay for it. Not me.
More trouble for Sunday Igboho. He has been charged for illegal entry into Cotonou. Is that a setback for the Yoruba Nation movement?
For me, it's a bailable offense. 3 count charges. It's a bailable offense. If you see, it's not Benin that is trying Igboho, it's Buhari. It's Nigeria government. There's politics on the top. There's politics. The Nigerian government must have threatened Benin Republic, but the Benin, they are fool. Why they say they are full. Is there anything stop them not to stand on their own? Can Buhari, how many more the Buhari has? I don't know. I mean, if you change on the board, you are going to have problem with the Yoruba because the Yoruba are very close to Benin. I don't know. I mean, they are going to be war. They are going to be fight. If I don't believe some of these Yoruba people who are pushing Igboho, because they say they have 3 songs. One song will tell you, go, we are following you. The second song say, don't go, we are with you. The third song say, only you will carry the problem, they go back. So I believe for what I'm seeing for Olubadan organizing leadership, they went to Benin to go and support me. I'm happy. Let other big do like that. If Tinubu can come out and speak, or Vice President can speak, but that case is a political offense. Yes, but defend himself that they want to kill him in Nigeria. He has a right to pass anywhere, to flee to other country. So they should not, it's our government that is doing that. So our government found out that they cannot repatriate Igboho back to Nigeria. So they are not using that one way to force the Republic to jail the man. But I believe Igboho will escape that thing. I don't know.
Any final thought, Mr. Loki?
Yeah, my final thought is that I am not happy with this government because nothing is working. My own is that my happiness today is CBN stopping 5,000 bloody change controlled by the northern elite. And I pray that thing should sustain so that the people will hate this government, hate Buhari himself. But then the people hate him, they will push him out of power. That's my prayer.
Thank you very much. Mr. Samuel, this morning. Samuel, good morning.
Good morning, Christian. Good morning, viewers at home. Good morning. Thanks for watching Flip TV, and let the comments keep coming. Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Fashola came out yesterday and said why federal government is funding projects with loans. We won't want to tax Nigerians. The only option is for us to borrow money. What's your take on that?
You see, when we, my name is Samuel Effiong, and it is a pity that we found ourselves in a country where, from 1960, there is no clear-cut leadership in the country, and that is the basis for some of these contradictory, hypocritical, double-standard statements from people who went to school and just deceive themselves when they get to political office.
So do you agree that we have an infrastructure deficit in Nigeria?
Now, agreeing, yes, but I'm trying
How
to...
do we fund that infrastructure
No, I don't want to stand here and start talking about solutions, because we have more than 1,000 or 2,000 solutions that have been in archives, in schools. If you go to different faculties, University of Lagos, Obafemi Awolowo University, University of Ibadan, Ahmadu Bello University, there are so many solutions to all the problems. And the problem we have is implementation, not because there are no solutions. And Fashola, who was good some years back to run his mouth, in one of his interviews, you see, internet as the politics that was obtainable in 1960s, 1970s, where there's no internet, cannot be operated again in 2021. Because Fashola run his mouth. Now he has white head with double glasses. He was saying rubbish that generating electricity is just gathering. I pass my neighbor generator, and there will be, when people run their mouth in public space, a lawyer who does not have the technical ability on a subject of expertise was busy running his mouth. So go and check his statement before now. He was castigating the government then when the government was about saving under Okonjo-Iweala. Him and Amechi and others ganged up against the Jonathan government. So when they now come out and contradict most of their position in terms of loaning to, there's no justification to loans.
There's no justification.
No, none whatsoever. To a black man, to a Nigeria.
How do we fund our infrastructure?
How do they fund their campaign?
No, the money for campaign is different from...
Really, it's from their personal money, or they brought it from heaven?
It's different from infrastructure.
How is it different? Where did they bring their campaigns money from?
The amount that is required is different.
It is how you raise the money for campaign, you will raise the money for infrastructure. That's as simple as ABC. They don't use to aid to fund campaign now. Do they produce money from heaven for campaign? Is it their best business money that they use in running campaign? There's no campaign that don't run to billions if you are going for the post of the governors. So is it their personal money? Which work have they done? Which monthly salary have they done in the last 40 years to be having billions to campaign? I was listening to a governorship candidate say that there's no way you campaign in Nigeria and you don't have billions. In any state in Nigeria is running to billions. So how do you fund that? How do you fund local government election? How do you fund state of assembly campaign? How do you fund House of Representative campaign? How does he collect his salary?
That is once in 4 years.
In fact, it should be once in 8 years. The point is, for you to be able to raise that amount in that one, you will raise that to also start addressing key issues. Because the point is, you are saying how to do infrastructure. Which infrastructure have they funded in the last 6 years with the billions and trillions of dollars they borrowed? Where is it? Is it not in this same Lagos? So is it true that the money for loan have really been used for infrastructure?
Okay.
So it's not enough for you to snap one picture. I was seeing one, we have WhatsApp journalists who is hell-bent and social media developed Nigeria. We know Nigeria is developed on social media for some people, on Twitter and YouTube comment pages. Why when you come and walk on the streets, you see more miserable people in 80s or in the 70s. Schools, universities, they will tell you that they give them milk, they eat chicken.
Even the road we are standing on has been worked on more than 5 times.
Okay.
I've been in Ogba for
how many years?
Almost 15 years.
So you know, see people say the country is better. Now I say if this is how your own country is better, then maybe how we define better is different. People need to go to other part of the world in order to enjoy the dividends of democracy. Good road, potable water, good railway, good educational system. Even the president is traveling to enjoy a good health medical system overseas. So which infrastructure are they? That's another question now. The infrastructure that they are borrowing loan. The train will break down in Kaduna. People will sleep on the road.
That is the new train.
The one from Abuja to Kaduna.
The new one that they just.
Obviously. So now you now ask yourself that they are borrowing and finances. Has it really impacted to the people? Maybe you'll be entering a train. I've never entered. In fact, why will I go and enter? Sole, Lagos Baga to Ibadan. It's 1,000 naira. So I'll now go and enter train in the Menta. Am I mad? How much? Where the money there? You know, when we speak English, some people, they don't know if you understand English. So I don't say today when I come out, they use pidgin English to speak. Now, the train where they open for Ebute Meta, go check the amount where they use carry and the infrastructure be that too. If you enter motor from Bega to Ibadan, they don't even charge you past 1,000 or 2,000 naira maximum. People when they see salary of 30,000 collect and then go they enter train or 5,000.
I think 6,000.
6,000 naira to Ibadan. Abi or where Osun. Where be say na 2,000 naira go carry you enter Ibadan 1,500, enter Osun 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,000 or 4,000 maximum. You don't reach where you go. Now you go come go enter train. So which the infrastructure who they enjoy am? Out of a population of 200 million, what will be the percentage of? It reach 10% where they enjoy the infrastructure. So when they come they talk for public, those things are fallacies. They are red herring. You know they make sense. Nobody they enjoy them.
That's the minister of the Federal Republic.
Ask all the people where they can't talk for this stand. How many of them don't enter train? We see get people go can't talk now. Mr. Matthew don't talk in the enter train. Mr. Lucky don't talk in the enter train. You will stand here, you the enter train. Femi the cameraman in the enter train. Ask all these people resemble the enter train. We enter train, 9 bus who here like this. Ladies, who train help? Now train, 9 be salary of 30,000 wey no fit pay. And train, which one better pass? People no fit see food chop. Even if you want to repair phone or you need electricity, you no go fit see light, you do basic thing, they do train. They do the train now. After na goat and dog go they enter the train when they don't break down for inside bush. So na train, now be the first thing wey you want to do. Infrastructure, forget fashola na hypocrite.
CBN blows hot, stop forex sales.
Forget CBN.
Read the change.
They no serious, they are not serious.
These operators of money laundering.
Who be CBN? Who be money laundering?
So you are saying that the CBN and the money launderers are...
They get difference. The same CBN way fast to issue directive made them close NSAS account. The same CBN wey come outside years back through Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, where I say under Jonathan how many trillion they miss. The same CBN will not do the investigation, no bring out report, no know which money miss and the one we know which through NNPCT today. So now, the CBN is only doing a cosmetic approach. Commercial bank no they sell dollar. So CBN go still carry the money put for another big thief and they no go fit monitor am. So we always dey rotate on the same circle from 1960. And wetin dey pain dem be say when you come talk truth for some kind people, maybe see e get one WhatsApp group wey I belong. We come see say one person dey always dey support government, dey support even when the thing wey dey talk dey contradict himself. Na e dey use fake name or another name o. E dey use shey na correct guy. Na be the WhatsApp name. We will find out who be this person. No know. Later, na person carry the number. Go put for Truecaller. Diam. The team bring out correct guy. Na dem come carry the number. Come call say get one work wey they wan do. If the person get idea because they see one of him WhatsApp picture, say he saying they do some kind work. Now he come. When he come say na relation to one House of Rep member wey dey on APC. So the number wey he give people wey they take store with the real number, he no use that one for the WhatsApp group. He go enter different WhatsApp group for inside the same Lagos. So use different get like 4 different numbers, different WhatsApp group. Enter. Use one name. Go dey push the agenda. Even when the thing when they talk, you know they make sense. He no even sabi lie. So nothing will not go see for this Nigeria. So in order to talk about CBN, commercial bank no dey sell dollar. Now see black market they sell the dollar. Now the same commercial bank go carry the dollar, say give bureau the change. Then full bank here even for Ikeja here. Then go stand near bank. So CBN just they deceive themselves. Make we legalize the corruption. We know where they get the dollar from. All this one a cosmetic approach.
For Afe Babalola?
Afe Babalola.
You have respect for him?
I know he's a businessman. He has private university, and he's a lawyer. So
you have respect
that is all.
For
no, the word respect is subjective. So I respect him as a businessman. Anybody in Nigerian setting we don't do hand abracadabra somehow. When you check in body language sometimes, I dey careful. So my respect I will give you for this time, then hold them back next time when you know deserve them. Just like some of our so-called men of God. We prophesy say if Buhari become president, Nigeria go turn to London. $1 will turn ₦1. Just like some kind of politicians will deceive themselves for 2015. Now God, now they catch all of them one after the other. Some of them now they don't fit talk.
The Tunde Bakari came out yesterday and said he's floating a new pressure group. That is Nigeria for Nigeria.
They should continue. The one way float before, now they see so. So now God give them this one anointing to bring this one again, just like the last one we bring. They should keep on deceiving themselves. According to Yiraya Baribe, my favorite senator, he said that those who live by propaganda will die by propaganda. Now, I now change it, I now coined it according to Samuel Effiong. Those who live by the principle of double standard hypocrisy, ethnicity, religious bigotry, and the politics of divide and rule will die by the politics of hypocrisy, double standard, the politics of divide and rule, corruption, and greed. So, those who make so much noise when the realistic happenings was not as this, and they were propagandas of the Ojota Crusader. But in 2021, I've decided to keep mute. We die by that muteness and the keeping quiet of their action.
More trouble for Sunday Igboho, press charges, illegal entry.
Yes, it's okay now. It's not new. You can speculate. Now, there was a case. I was talking to a lawyer friend because I'm not a lawyer. And there was a case whereby a man, a police officer in this country was on duty. Along the line, he shot a man. And he did not run. He stood with the body. Now they took the case to court. Now the common man would say he has killed, right? And having established the condition at which he shot the man, the judge said, let me hear the police officer talk. And the judge was magnanimous enough. And he heard from the police officer. And when he heard from the police officer, contrary to the wide opinion, the judge said the police officer shot as a result of provocation, that they should be discharged and acquitted. Now, in law, I'm not a lawyer. I don't like going into the nitty-gritty of law. It's a case in court. If Benin court, which most people have strong belief in, I have strong belief in that in Nigerian court, I don't know why, don't ask me why. Deem it fit that the condition, the premise in philosophy is a premise of argument, and there's hardly any lawyer that don't do philosophy, of his emergence or his action was necessitated by the act of survival, irrespective of the means, because Niccolo Machiavelli said that the end justified the means. It is necessary that was the only option he had. All those on a legal debate and small argument. We've seen what scenario cut across the world. So Sunday Igboho has only directly or indirectly been made to create a bigger name, just like Mandela that was in prison for 28 years. You see, history is constant. Even Mandela, while he was passing through the phase before his imprisonment, never knew that he would come back and become the hero and pillar of the South African democracies. So our God acts in mysterious ways. So just like I said, there is always an act of God. You can take one or two comments, let's reply them and give some of them an enlightenment. There is always an act of God in the actions and inactions of people or actors or non-actors of the world. My friend Tuneja is not online today.
Not online.
So
what's your final? Let's have your final thoughts.
No, final thought is sacred, and it's always one. Those who clamor for one Nigeria should know that we are not existing as one Nigeria because we love ourselves. It is because of the oil. People are scared that if you divide, they will die, which is true. Some people don't have the intelligence to survive. But me, I wish I'm a northerner. They should divide the country. Let the north come and stay in the south. I want to go to the northern desert. It only takes a decade, 10 years. The intellectual capacity of a man made Dubai a desert to become a tourist hub of the world. So when you have the intelligence, you know that even if we divide or not, we don't care. When we survive, you won't be scared of division. How best go they threaten me, say, in the threaten me, say no one stay together with me, I can't cry. I beg say now, I will kill you if you don't stay. Abba, are they mad? So the unity of Nigeria is as a result of oil, and so many people are scared that if this unity divides, they will die, which is true. Because even with the unity and the allocation divide and the control of the federal system, all the ministries, they are still the poorest. They don't have anything. So you now tell them to divide, they will die. They don't have the intellectual consciousness to survive.
Okay, thank you very much.
That is just the basis. Now here is my final thought. If restructuring is not going to work, regionalism is not going to work, which are the basis that other parts of the country will be agitating that let's go this way so that everybody can have a sense of belonging. There will be competition go there among the region. Two things will happen, which is constant. Agitation will continue. It will never stop. And the unity and the peaceful coexistence will never happen. So if it is the will of God, let me summarize, that Nigeria will not stay together. God will harden the heart of the leaders not to do things that will make Nigeria stay together, either consciously or subconsciously.
Let me round up with Xavier Perez saying, I agree with Bro Samuel on this form. Lies and propaganda we are used to bring in Buhari. Thank you very much.
Oh, Xavier Perez. Thank you very much. Well, yeah, so we are not in diverse opinions. It's just that Xavier Perez, please come to Nigeria so that we can all enjoy this country we want to be together inside Nigeria, not in Spain. I'll be happy to see Xavier Perez in one of the pundits program. Okay. Yes, thank you.
Very much, Mr. Chigozie, good morning.
Yes,
sir.
good morning. And if you believe that there is hope in Nigeria, why do you have to leave the shores of Nigeria for greener pasture? You should have remained in Nigeria irrespective of what is happening. And I think enjoy Nigeria. So people who had the opportunity, who almost attempted committing suicide while in Nigeria because they find themselves outside Nigeria and they are making noise, promoting one Nigeria in their absence. They should have been here since they believe that Nigeria there is hope for this contraction. Why not come back and participate in the act of governance so that you can put the supposed Nigeria the way you feel it's the right shape you want Nigeria to be. So, but if you cannot, yes.
Would you still come back? If you travel out, if you're that man, Xavier Perez, would you want to come back? I want to put you in this position. If you have the opportunity to travel out.
To travel out.
You will travel out.
Yes, of course, I do, because I don't believe in this system. It's a flawed system. And when I have the opportunity to have left the system, I shouldn't behave as if I'm not in terms with what is happening before I left. He, of course, if he had been in Nigeria before, unless he's born a fugitive wherever he may be, if he's in Nigeria, he should understand that. I listened to one of our brothers in diaspora. He said he has to trek from all the way to, where do they call it, Festac to Ikeja, because he has no, as a young graduate, he has no money to attend an interview slated for the next day, and they haven't gone around. He couldn't get any help from anyone. Festac to Ikeja is a living witness. What is that? His name again? I may not get his name, but he has spoken with me. You see, this that should be about it's more than 5 years now. He left Nigeria, or more than 5 years, or barely 10 years. You see, if Nigeria people, undergraduates, will be suffering such level of excruciating and devastating psychological trauma. You see, how much more now? And people like the Taiwo of his life will be calling for there is hope for Nigeria. Why probably you fix your children's, or if you are a grandfather, your grandsons are there enjoying. You see, and you feel that you can just treat people here with such a level of disdain. And you have not done anything to assist people down home. It's quite unfortunate.
Well, they might have done, maybe you don't know.
Probably, of course, such people cannot do such.
Sunday Bakari is floating a new pressure group. Nigeria for Nigeria. He said that he is going to fight against the federal government of Buhari. What are you going to say about that? Is Nigeria still in Nigeria? Fighting for the unity of Nigeria.
As far as I'm concerned, whenever you hear Tunde Bakare, that name for me represents a deceptive personality. A pastor, what does that suggest? Everybody could claim to be a pastor, and if you are a pastor, what has that to do with what I'm saying? That is my own opinion. You are a pastor to anybody that wants to recognize you as a pastor. You are not a pastor, you are not presiding over me. And if you are presiding over me, that doesn't stop me from airing out my own opinion. You are a pastor, and atrocity, all level of crime, all level of inhuman treatment is being meted on your supposed members who are part of this contraction. And you kept mute, you kept silent, because you are indirectly or directly connected to the powers that be. This is the same man that led protests in 2014 against Jonathan. You see, of course, to him, he never knew that Jonathan dispensation will be likened to a paradise compared to this. We are here. The same man who spoke openly against and condemned the government of Jonathan has now kept mute for barely 6 years. He condemned with all strength. But rigorously the dispensation and the policies of Jonathan that was meant to alleviate the sufferings of the masses. And now look at the level of killing across the entire region, not just the north, across the west, across even his own west. In fact, these people should be, I don't want to identify with such people. It's a disgrace to priesthood. Because if you cannot rise against injustice, if you cannot speak against such level of atrocity, the killing of innocent people, the raiding and the raping and murdering of innocent citizens, defenseless citizens, and you're telling me you're calling Nigeria for Nigeria. It's not out of stupidity. I don't agree with him. Whatever he's saying is useless. I don't accept his person as far as his antecedent is concerned. He's there, people are aware of it. He has kept mute since 6 years. He has not led any protest against Buhari because he's aligned with Buhari. He was one of the in 2007 or 11 he was running mate to Muhammad Buhari. So on that premise he may not want to, because he is an insider and is benefiting from this flawed system. I don't agree with him. Whatever may be his position now is irrelevant. People are dying and he should rise to condemn this government. As the likes of Bishop Kuka from the north, these are people we respect. These are the Jeremiahs of this generation. You're only interested in the money that comes to the church, and you don't care about the welfare of your people. You see, because it has not gotten to you. This is unfortunate. So such people, I don't regard them. It's a person, irrespective of whatever the position they occupy. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Kanu's arrest travails won't stop Biafra agitation. Now, what is happening to Kanu now? How do you see the Biafra agitation? How is it going?
As I've earlier maintained, that Biafran struggle is a definite struggle, because we already know the end of the struggle. We give rise to the restoration of Biafra, irrespective of what happened intermittently. You see, before that happens, it's immaterial. We expect more offensive tackling, offensive engagement on the part of the federal government, or whosoever, the lies and the saboteurs and the fulefus. But that will not deter the people. It is a religion, it is an ideology. Deep-seated, deeply rooted in the minds of every average Biafran. You see, and you cannot erase it. It's indelible. You can't erase it. There is nothing you can do to take it away. We understood that we are a people. We have an identity, and self-preservation is our fundamental right. And as enlightened people, we understood the position of the law. And of course, we will engage every opportunity or legal framework or whatever otherwise to ensure that such noble position or cause is actualized. It's a matter of time. You can't delay it, but it cannot be denied. Nothing can stop Biafra, not even I. Whether I accept to stand with Nnamdi Kanu or not, that is immaterial. Even Nnamdi Kanu cannot stop Biafra if he decides to throw in the towel. Biafra is more than Nnamdi Kanu. Biafra is more than every individual. Biafra is more than the DOS or the Directorate of States. Biafra is in the blood. Biafra is in the DNA. You see, you can't change it. It's impossible. it keep on, developing, and that is just it. So if you are talking of Biafra, already the Biafra is here with us. If somebody can set himself ablaze, I think was it in 1968, a total foreigner, before the office of the United Nations, he set himself ablaze when he understood the level of atrocious undertakings going on perpetrated by the Nigerian state against the Biafran state, where over 3.5 million children were stabbed to death. That young man has to set himself ablaze on fire. You see, because that man died that day, Biafra will continue to live. A total foreigner who understood the level of inhuman treatment, the level of injustice, the level of subjugation, genocide sponsored by the Nigerian state. He said, why are the international communities keeping mute? Why humanity is being treated in such way? Why innocent young children are dying? So as far as that action was executed that day, that a man set himself ablaze because of the love he has for Biafra, then me being a Biafran, how will I deny my own self? How will I deny my people? A total foreigner set himself ablaze because of the love. He was compelled by the love he has for the Biafrans. He was compelled by the 3.5 million children that was stabbed to death. Then imagine how will kill me and will kill my generation if I do not support the cause of Biafran restoration. It is not just about taking oaths. It is a spirit, and you cannot detach the spirit from the body and you still expect the body to live. What can only stop me from the support of the restoration of my people is only death. Are you trying to understand what is happening? A total stranger has to set himself ablaze. Most foreigners, supported in one way or the other humanitarian aids, came to the rescue of the Biafrans, of those 3.5, most of them which of course could not survive. You see, they gave their life and their resources to resuscitate as much as they could, depending on the resources available to them at that time. Then how can, you see, that's why nobody of Igbo extraction or of Biafran extraction who is opposing this cause that will see goods or his generation is a cause. I'm not the one pressing the cause, but the cause remains effective. The cause is something that you cannot run away from. So the better you support the emancipation of your people. Look at yesterday or thereabout. Over what is happening in Katsina. Bandits were able to rustle about 300 cows. For over 6 hours, they were there carrying out the operation without being interrupted by the intelligence department of the DSS, by the supposed Operation Python dance. You see, they executed all their heinous crime against the innocent people of the Katsina state, and they meted away with their resources, with their foodstuff and all that, under the watch of Muhammad Buhari in his own state. People are not sleeping with their eyes closed, and most of these happenings have been underreported because there are no media that could cover such regions effectively. So what is happening in Nigeria is more than what women can bear, what we can bear. So even the Katsina people are not happy with the system. It's not that they have no way or any way to express themselves. in recent past, of course, they start burning down the billboards wherever they see Buhari's poster. They start destroying it. It's a reflection that they are not happy with this governance.
Okay, thank you very
So the only way forward is the solution of the Nigerian states. Let every region face their own problem
Okay, thank you very
and
much.
face their own fates and decide their own fates. If Nigeria do not divide, the North will never recover. With the enormous resources available to the North, the political elites from the northern region have succeeded in destroying the future of the northern youths. Why? By not giving them opportunity to access education. As Mandela rightly said, that education is the greatest weapon in transformation or in civilization. Haven't denied your people such weapon that would have given them an opportunity, could they would have leveraged upon to better their own lives and the lots of average northerners. So the political elites from the north should be held responsible by the northern youths. Not until this happens, there will not be peace. They will continue to live in pieces. And the way forward is Biafra. I mean Biafra. Nothing but Biafra.
Thank you very much. Mr. Sunday, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Sunday. This one where you wear glass like this.
Good morning, everyone.
Make
Good
we
morning,
fear you.
They go fear now. You know why they laugh? I don't know why. All those are our world leaders. Why would they allow Buhari to come and represent Nigeria for education summit?
President of the
Wait,
country.
a president that did not have primary
He
school.
went with his foreign affairs minister. He went with some of his aides, so they can also help him out. If
They will help him out.
Yes.
Other president, other prime minister in different countries. Who did they go there
Buhari
with?
went to school,
A president without primary school certificate, no secondary certificate,
how did
even
how did
university
he
level.
attend Nigeria Defense Academy.
Okay, that is then. That time they never value education. And I even wonder why we have such person sitting in the seat of power of president ruling Nigeria.
He was
Without
voted in by
which people?
Nigerians.
Which Nigeria? Those are the mad people of Nigeria. With the charm of Tinubu that work for some people, because not me, because their charm cannot work for me. If you see many people in Lagos State, all of them when they wear APC, Tinubu 2023, he don't blow charm for their head. And I thank God not everybody that the charm can work for. That's why I'm still laughing. I'm still mocking this country called Nigeria. I'm still mocking the people working under the Buhari that don't want to tell him the truth. Why will a president with that certificate want to go and represent a nation that well educated with
He has a certificate.
in education summit? What is he going there to learn? Person that they will ask, what is the meaning of this, the disability be? He was asking ability. You know, you did not watch that video. You begin to ask Oshibanjo, what is that journalist talking? Because you don't know anything. And now you want to represent a former giant of Africa for education summit. That is why I will for Nigeria. There is nothing like Nigeria. They have already, thank God Buhari has scattered Nigeria with the evil agenda, with his brother. That's why when you wake up in the morning, only people is targeting at the Igbo. Look at what happened in Imo State yesterday. Those people that close their shop on Monday to show solidarity to Nnamdi Kanu that they want to appear in court. Yesterday, Army had to went there and block the market. That they should go and wait till Biafra regain freedom before they will come back to the market. And I know that thing is only done by the power of that mad governor called Hopu Uzodinma. That person, that man, that God will never forgive. Even though he like anywhere he go, he does not have 2023. That is why they will know that the youth of the East have time for them. All this one now, they are sitting down in the seat of power, doing as if they are the one controlling everybody's life. It's just a matter of time. That is why I cannot call Buhari Excellency. Your Excellency, I can call Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu is well represented. He will educate more than those mumu we have in Asoro. All the northern people, you are still disturbing yourself that education system have collapsed northern people. Where you have a governor in the north that did not attend secondary school, you have a northern governor that did not have primary school certificate. And what do you think that if they allow their youth to go to that same school, they will use it against them? That is why Buhari now, when they want to start, where they start from is begin to kidnap school children so that they will declare what emergency in school so that there will not be school in the north. And you people are still here deceiving yourself. Those people have an agenda, and that's why I tell you that they have devilish agenda, but the world have never come to realize that Buhari come on a deadly mission, and a deadly mission can still consume all the northern people. That is why you see that, thank God, in the history of northern people, they never know peace. They are the one bringing devilish, evil plan against the people, and they are the one that have never sleep with their eye open. Both in Katsina, where Buhari come from, they know no peace. In Borno, no peace. Kaduna State, no peace. Kanu, no peace. Zamfara, no peace. Gombe, no peace. Sokoto, no peace. And now, you know that what get Buhari angry to declare IPOB terrorists, you know why? I used to tell people, because they say that Jonathan used in power that time to call Boko Haram terrorists. And the northern people know that those Boko Haram are fighting for what? Against Western education. That is the main target of the same Boko Haram. They want to cripple education. They don't want Western education, so that their people will not be marginalized by the word of this Western education. And that's where Boko Haram come. And they begin to kill people, burn house, burn government facility. And the government have no option to declare the terrorists. And Buhari sit down there. Because I remember the time that Buhari sit northern elders, all the emir, the Satan of Sokoto, Ado Bayero, Erufai, this man, that is Sheriff of Borno State. Then all of them have meeting. Because Jonathan with Ihejirika was the chief of army staff. And they begin to clamor. Buhari himself was crying that with the northern people sit down and fold their hand and allow Jonathan to kill the northern youth. Those are the Boko Haram that are still operating till today. And you think that camp person now become president? He's coming to fight Boko Haram. Are we coming to fight bandits? Who are the bandits? Are they not the same Boko Haram? Those are you are just wasting yourself, wasting your time. The bandit and the headman are the same Boko Haram. They are the same people that come with a different mission to destroy all the whole Western state, because they know that the governors, all the Eastern and Southern governors are all after what, 13%. They are after 13% because they know that nobody can fight for the Easterner and Westerner. That is why the Boko Haram come in the form of herdsmen. They want to get land. They want to get place they can have at their camp. So that if you go there to attack the herdsmen in their camp, those ones in the form of Boko Haram will come to kill your people. That is what is happening in Benue State. Then when you go there, you kill one cow. The herdsmen with the Boko Haram and co will come after your family, will come after the people in the community. And we have Mumu government, Buhari only going at budget for federal jet to go and kill Igbo youth in the north or in the east. And while the bandit and herdsmen terrorists in the forest killing people, raping people wives, raping people children, Buhari did not remember them. Until all of them turn to kidnapper. The security agency repented Boko Haram turn to kidnapper. They kidnap everybody, kidnap in the night, in the day, in the afternoon. You know how many army generals that they kill? You know how many army generals they kill in that same Kaduna and Abuja? Every day the same Boko Haram will ambush those generals and kill them. And the same army cannot fight for their general, but they are going to east to fight people that are not fighting them. People that are just now Sunday go is in there. Let me tell you, the arrest of Sunday go and Nnamdi Kanu, United Kingdom. See, that's why I was angry yesterday that when Nnamdi Kanu said, he still telling himself that he's a citizen of United Nations, that UK. But UK now, that United Kingdom, UK now, are those people welcoming Buhari to their seat. They will call him, Buhari will come. Buhari will go, they will dialogue. And they are sitting there deceiving Nnamdi Kanu that is their citizen. When will you tell me that Buhari will wake up from Abuja after 6 years? No health care that he can do testing for there. He said he want to go and do tests in London. He want to go and have summit in London. Okay? Why are we confusing ourselves? Is that how the country supposed to go? The country that all the revenue money that they are recovering, we did not know what they are using it for. They borrow money. Buhari have borrowed the future of Nigeria on board children. Buhari have borrowed the people that they have never born, the one we have never seen. Buhari have borrowed the future of Nigeria. And you are saying we should keep on to this same country that the system don't spoil. Buhari and Ako don't keep every system of Nigeria. It turned out a Fulani system. My brother, if Fulani system, This is Iflani system. We are running. They call Nigeria. Nigeria with how many tribes? Only one tribe is controlling every affair. And we have political leaders running up and down. What they are clamoring for 2023. Did you let me show you? Let me bring one notice to you. All of you clamoring for 2023. Let me assure you, northern people can never leave power for you. If you like, you go to hell. Northern people can never leave power for you. Because the evil they have done, they are afraid that that evil will not come back to them. Because they give you the power. Do you know headmen before? Do you know them before? Now when Buhari enter power before headmen rise up, we know outside Fulani before, not Iflani. Not Iflani. We know men that time they are outside Fulani, but now they are conquer and destroy the north. And they want to come and destroy east and south. Okay? They can only destroy, they can feel destroy west because of what their politicians. That is Tinubu and Co. They want to sell the life of their people to Iflani people. But when you come to south, you cannot sell them. But I only cost those our elder statement. Those who are waiting for south, the crack and Co. They cut out the money when they collect for government hand. When they use that, they deceive other people. They will, the crack go turn for pepper here now. You go run to Abuja, go collect, Ghana must go. That is the end of it. All the Ohanese, they are setting the life of their people in the time bomb. But by the time we explode, thank God their children will be among. In Jesus' name.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. How you doing now?
Yeah, more trouble for Sunday Igboho. He's been charged with illegal entry into Cotonou.
No, it's the more trouble. The paper that carry this, what's it called? Reportage, man. Reportage, man. The Sun. I think it's a very wrong, cover page.
Okay.
They print out this morning, and I'm not gonna. What trouble does they have? More trouble. What trouble does they have than illegal entry? It's a bailable offense. It's a bailable offense, right? If you talk of illegal entry, if you talk of is trying to incite or is trying to cause unrest, bring the evidence. Bring the evidence. Since he entered Cotonou, he has not mobilized people to cause unrest. He has not, and you said he entered Benin through an illegal route in compliance with the immigration. Which immigration? Immigration of Benin. So the Benin immigration too are culpable of it. If it is Nigerian immigration, they will have just requested that this guy escaped from our country illegally. So the Benin, the way they are taking the case, there is no case submission. That will be how the end of this. So when a paper is not writing more trouble for what? Trouble for what? Has he killed? Is it the Fulani men that are killing people? Is it
that the Sun is
yeah. This is a jargon rubbish on the printout man. What has he committed? For God's sake, all the three charges on him now, they are bailable offenses. They are bailable offenses. That is why the Benin Republic is confused of what to do. They knew that they've wronged him, so they just let's keep him somewhere for tension to calm down. As what's it called, Igboho, as he kidnapped people and demanded for ransom, as he keep people, as he shut down the fighter jets. So what are we now saying? Which trouble? There should be saying more trouble for the bandits, more trouble for the Boko Haram, more trouble for the Tokado they just brought in now with our hard-earned money that we're supposed to use to finance our economy. We are using it to fight one barbaric war, one the nonchalant war in the northeast there. What is the problem? You are not saying more trouble. Which trouble has the Igboho cost? I don't. If he has a case, bring him in and try him. It's not like going to his house and raid him and shoot people and kill people. It should be more trouble for Nigerian government because they should explain how the two guys they kill. Jungle justice, and they will still explain that to the ICC, International Criminal Court. You can't just pick up somebody and shoot him and just overnight and raid somebody's house at midnight. That is a kangaroo country now. That's a kangaroo system. So what are we not saying?
Are you saying that the federal government has a hand in what is happening to Sunday Igboho in Benin Republic?
Definitely. They told you the minister, what's it called? The ambassador we have there has already ordered for an helicopter to fly him in Nigeria. But the Benin government resisted that everything has to go on due process. It's not we that we just do kangaroo judgment for and it's only a common man that witnessed this. You said you arrested financial of Boko Haram in Dubai. Where are the faces of those guys? Have you put them on trial? You don't do double justice in a country in a large country like Nigeria. You don't need to start creating double justice. One justice for one section of the country and another justice for another section of the country. Let us tell ourselves the truth. We have to speak out. What is wrong is wrong. What is wrong is wrong.
Okay, CBN blows hot. Stop forex sales of Burundi chain.
It is now. It is now.
Operators of money laundering.
Yeah, it is now. Those are the causes. These are the channels they use to finance all these terrorists. These are the channels. It's even coming too late. We are told that there are some Burundi chain people that are transferring money to the terrorists. And it took us how many months? They've said this for how many years? I mean, how many months now? And they're just implementing it. I thought, but will it work? Will it work? It will never work because of the mafians we have in this country. The mafians, eventually now, they must have been receiving several calls now. Say, guy, what is your problem? You know how you got there? You know this thing. So there will be pressure on Emefiele to reverse the. So it's not left for his own integrity to stand by his word. If they succeeded in doing this, they will reduce illicit funds that are going to the wrong hands. All these guys, I learned even bandits are collecting dollars now as ransom. How do they change all these dollars? How do they change it? You want to tell me bandits don't have a Burundi change? One of the Burundi change guys that change money for them. Let truth be told, man. We are no more king in this country. Let us tell ourselves the truth. The government is there. The government agents, they might not even know everything what that is happening. But common sense, if you use the common sense well, you know what is happening in the country here. You know, it's uncalled for.
Any final thought, Mr. Akule?
My final thought is, if there's within 2 years of the expiration of APC, if they want to leave their legacy down, all these guys they are hunting, they should try and free them and let them go.
That is Sunday Igboho.
And can call them as your children. That they and let's settle things so that your name, nevertheless of the atrocity that's been happening under this government, then the remaining 2 years or a year, let us know you turn a brand new leaf and you switch over to the masses, that the masses wrong must be right. Any wrong you've done to people like all these liberation fighters, they are not. If the government has done the needful in tackling the killer herdsmen, and the government itself told us that these people came, they are killer herdsmen from the foreign country, from the neighboring country in Nigeria that is closer to Nigeria. Why can't they tame them? And they are just increasing day by day. They go to Barakpa, they go to Gogon, they go to Owerri, they go to Enugu to kill people, to mine people, destroy their farm, their source of livelihood. If you come now, you destroy my business. You have killed me alive. So you expect me now that somebody will not now rise up and say, enough of this mess, enough of these jargons. I've lost a lot of family on this. So thank you very much. I'm glad to be here this morning. So viewers, keep praying for us. We keep saying the truth always.
Thank you very much. See if you have meeting. Okay, let's just do it fast. Okay.
What are not finish now? Now we're going to go there fast. Now I'm going to be a little second.
You chief. Yeah, chief. Good morning, sir.
Have much you spoken?
Yeah. Everyone has spoken. Everybody. Many.
But
you're live. You're live. You're live. Kanu's arrest. Travails. Won't stop Biafra agitation.
Yeah. Father Yahweh, I thank thee, I bless you, I magnify your name for making it possible for me to be alive today, for every one of us to be alive today. I say my name be glorified in Jesus' name. I thank you, oh Lord God Almighty, on behalf of our viewers all over the world who hear our voice, know the truth, and admire the truth. Be glorified on their behalf in Jesus' name. I thank you because of Philip TV, for providing Philip TV for us, so you Philip TV for people to hear our voice. May you be blessed in Jesus' name. Father Yahweh, I thank thee, I bless you, be magnified in Jesus' name. I am Mr. Okpara.
God bless Nigeria.
God forgive Nigeria their iniquities. The iniquity of Nigeria is too much. I don't know, they all have passed Sodom and Gomorrah. So I want God to fix them as Sodom and Gomorrah. So shall it be in Jesus' name. I am Mr. Akbara. The new Okokondem in this Second Republic of Biafra, live by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Long live Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Long live IPOB. Long live Eastern Security Network. Long live unknown government. Long live Sam. Mr. Ekpa. Long live Simon Ekpa. Long live all the whole people all over the world that love the truth and people that join hands to liberate Biafra from Nigeria. Long live for every one of you in Jesus' name. Amen.
One of our commentators is saying that God bless the giant of Africa. Nigeria is not going, rather Nigeria is coming.
What makes Nigeria to be giant of Africa? Giant of Africa on my nyash. Don't know what is called rule of law. Giant of Africa. Borrow you money here and there. Giant of Africa that cannot even ordinary road they cannot tie.
United States is the highest indebted country in the world. United States.
Is Nigeria up to the United States? Except in Nigeria, the smallest state in the United States. Smallest state in the United States of America is bigger than Nigeria as a whole. The smallest state. You said that they are the head of debt in the world. But see what they are doing in the world. They are the police of the world. United States of America own the whole world at the hand, securing the whole world. What can Nigeria do? Giant of Africa, and they are not able to clear off Boko Haram. How many years now? Giant of Africa, and they're begging food. Can we travel to outside Africa now after Nigeria with the Nigerian passport? Can we travel outside with the Nigerian passport? They look at you as a refrat. Go see Ghana now are driving Nigeria away. Go back and develop your place. Don't come to our place where we have developed. Giant of Africa. That man is a barbarian. The man who wrote that Nigeria is a giant of Africa.
He's a patriotic Nigerian.
He's a barbarian, patriotic barbarian of Nigeria. Let him come back home. Maybe he's abroad. Let him come back home and listen what you're witnessing. That we are dying hunger. We at Nigeria are dying hunger. There's no electricity, no light, no water, no nothing in Nigeria. You say Nigeria is a giant of Africa.
Okay.
Nonsense. Giant. They are ants of Africa. Nigeria is the ants of Africa. Mess to Africa. Shame to Africa. Useless to black man.
The biggest black nation.
Who made the biggest black nation? What made the biggest black nation? Lies. Telling lies. That makes the biggest of black nation. You are not ashamed to be outside Nigeria. Are you not ashamed? Tell me what they're telling me.
Okay, more trouble for Sunday Igboho as the new charges against him that he tried entering into Cotonou illegally.
I will ask one question. Is Sunday Igboho the first person to enter Cotonou illegally? Don't we have ECOWAS traveling permission? Shall we have free movement of traveling in ECOWAS? Why Sunday Igboho on come there worst? Cotonou government, are you confused? Cotonou government, are you trying to become Nigeria? We have ECOWAS traveling movement in West Africa here. Why should they arrest Sunday Igboho? He entered there with an illegal passport. Illegal passport is Sunday Igboho working in immigration office. Which passport? Is it Cotonou passport or Nigerian passport? Whosoever, even for that is fake document, let them trace the people that do this document. Sunday Igboho, even for that use that document, he paid them money. He go there for genuine paper. They mislead him and give him fake paper because he wasn't an immigration. He don't know the one that is fake. But the government to trace the person that give him those documents. It's not Sunday Igboho fault. Now, as Cotonou don't have new case, new file. Why we are there since all these days? They don't recover that one because Nigeria have failed to produce any evidence against Igboho. And Cotonou government and the Fulani government of Nigeria are working hand in hand. They have cheated them. As far as we don't have anything to present against this man, then change the situation, the story, and find a new case to hold this man in detention. It was the handwork of Nigeria. They are bribing Cotonou government.
You are saying the Nigerian government is bribing.
They are bribing Cotonou government to be twisting the case. Because Nigeria cannot present anything against him. It's the handwork of Nigerian government. This is where they are giant of Africa in corruption, corrupting other African nations. This is where they are giant in Africa. This is what they are giant in Africa. Giant in Africa, giving only one tribe importation license.
The love people have for Biafra in those days. Let me tell you, what Chico just said about Biafra was truth. Let me tell you. And a man from Ireland, Republic of Ireland, set himself ablaze in 1967 over what was, called hostility, wickedness, cruelty, wickedness that was perpetrated on the Biafran people. The man was an Irish. He poured himself fuel and set himself ablaze. This was a history not recorded in this country. Because we read and research, we find out. I was not born then. An Irishman set himself ablaze to prove that what was happening to Biafran people was injustice, unjustified, inhumanity of man against man, unhuman, inhuman. The Irishman killed himself.
There's nothing can stop Biafra, even with
nothing. With incarceration, arrest of Kanu, incarceration of Kanu, putting him in confinement for 100 years, 10 million years, cannot stop emergence, emanation, springing up of Jewish state of Biafra. It cannot.
Okay, more trouble.
No amount of injustice perpetrated by APC government, by Buhari kinsmen, by Fulani terrorism, by Malami and his people, by Erufai, Yarima Chetima, Bumi and Co. can ever stop emergence of Jewish state of Biafra. No amount of how many years jail term given to Nnamdi Kanu, no amount of jail term. If United Nations like, if Britain, unstable Britain, flexible Britain, no matter what flexible Britain did or do or does that could stop emergence of the Jewish state of Biafra.
They say they are giving Nnamdi Kanu, the British High Commissioner, they are giving him consular service.
Consular service, ambassadorial service, High Commission, if they like, let British High Commission from the cloud come down and give him service. Is that how to play, a consular role or consular services? You keep on being bureaucratic, red tapeism, unnecessary delay and procrastination, and someone is rotting in the prison. Is that how to play the consular role? Let me tell you, it is impossible. Britain is always lying. They are not lie-free people. Britain are packed of lies. They are liars. They are malleable. They are flexible. They can bend at any time. They are joining forces with Fulani, Hausa people to torment Biafra like what they did before in 1967. If you doubt me, ask Freddie Forsyth, a British war reporter, a British looter, a British novelist, a British journalist. Freddie Forsyth is still alive. The man will be in his 80s now. If you doubt what I'm saying, ask Freddie Forsyth, a very good friend of Ojukwu. Two of them were friends. He was reporting the situation in Igbo land. He reported what transpired between Federal Forces and Biafra at Oyago axis, Oyago Abaga. How many kilometers away from Onitsha? When Biafran forces sank down 315 trucks laden with ammunition by Federal Forces, Biafran sunk it down. They sank it down, they blew the trucks. The whole ammunition wasted. We fought them. Forsyth was there. Forsyth said he made a mistake by counting the number of the trucks because he was in a haste. Expediency made that report inaccurate because Forsyth was saying that, arguing that the number of trucks blown by the Biafra forces superseded that number. It was more than 315 as he reported.
Okay, more trouble for Sunday Igboho. Fresh charges against him. He was trying to enter into Cotonou illegally.
Because justice system in Cotonou, Republic of Benin, is not the same with Nigerian justice system. The law is working there. They are not lawless people. Igboho may have entered the Republic of Benin illegally because he didn't want himself, be killed. Yes, nobody wants to die. If you ever fight for your rights in Nigeria, they will tag you a criminal. Igboho was fighting for his rights. They tag him a criminal. That's why all of a sudden he committed that offense of entering Republic of Benin illegally. But even if you ask me, is it illegal to enter Cotonou without passports? Are we not brothers states called ECOWAS, Economic Community of West African States, who is entering Benin Republic illegally? We are the same. Go to Badagry there. Cotonou people, they are here. How many of them have their documents verified? So what kind of clarity is that? What clarity again does Igboho need to enter Benin Republic? He is not needed any clarity. Benin Republic is Badagry. Badagry is Lagos. Badagry is close to Igboho, Ifonyi. Iduroko, we are together at the axis of Ogun State. So what are we saying? Nobody enters Benin Republic with document. Beninois, they don't enter here with any document. So what clarity? Igboho does not need any clarity, anything like that, to enter Benin Republic, because Yoruba nation, the Cotonou people, they are adjacent people, they are the same, they have same ancestral background. Even the border there is out of control. You can from footpath, tracks, enter Cotonou easily, unchecked. So I don't see the young man violating any international law.
Okay, what are your final thoughts?
Okay, my final thought is that come what may, no matter what anybody does, no matter what Fulani nation does, no matter what Buhari-led junta government does, no matter what Oshibanjo, the office of the presidency, both the vice presidency does, no matter what the Department of Judiciary, the sold-out government department that is not living up to expectations. Are you listening to me? No matter what they do, no matter what the legislators are doing it at the National House of Assembly, no matter how far they have taken the case of Biafra or Nnamdi Kanu, let me tell you, the Jewish state of Biafra must surely come to be. We are not going to forget Biafra. We are going to agitate until maybe our Lord Jesus Christ will come down and sign it. But as he has started, it shall have no end. Interminably, permanently, Biafra must move forward. Long live Federal Republic of Biafra. And I remind you again, I love my country. I love her land and people. Everything he did for Biafra, make we join hands and move Biafra forward.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much. That is from Mr. Raphael saying we have people having their different opinions and also their responses. I need to be impartial in this. I don't have to give my own sentiment. So if I'm not supporting Biafra or Nigeria, I don't think I don't have my opinion, but I need to be indifferent in this. God bless Nigeria. God bless Biafra. God bless Oduduwa. We are moving to the end of Bystander Newsstand. This morning, we have a GoFundMe account. The link is on the live chat. You can click on that link and support Flip TV so that we can upgrade our facilities and give you a wonderful experience in journalism. Okay, thanks to the man behind the camera, Mr. Femi. And also, Christian Chiko, this wonderful edition. We're on Instagram, Flip TV on Instagram. Type Flip TV on our Instagram. Also, Facebook, E247 on Facebook, E247. We are having pundits tomorrow by 3 p.m. Try as much as you can to stay tuned 3 p.m. tomorrow. Bye for now. Until we meet by God's grace tomorrow.